Canada voted, and the Liberals have been elected for a fourth consecutive time. Incredible. It seems official. Canadians are suckers for punishment and the destruction of their country, because that's just where this goes. The Liberals and the NDP have won enough seats between them to keep the game going that's been going on for years with Trudeau. The Conservative leader lost his own seat. The Cons need a new leader, yet he seems adamant in his speech to keep on leading. This means some other Conservative who did win their seat has to give it up to him. Now, does that make sense to you? I'm not a member of any party and never have been, but I have to talk about this guy. Many years ago, I watched videos of Pierre in the House hitting at the Liberals. He hit them hard. He was a snappy guy. He knew his stuff. He had charisma. He seemed like he should be the leader. I remember telling people Pierre was the sharpest guy the party had. At one point, he was too sharp, I guess. The party shuffled him from a high-value portfolio critic position to a lesser profile position. The party needed a new leader, and he said he wouldn't run. That was his opportunity, and he let it go. For personal reasons, of course. The sharpest guy they had said he wasn't ready. And so it came down to a virtual tie. It was on the razor's edge between Scheer and Bernier. Backroom shenanigans gave it to Scheer. No, I didn't like Scheer. Scheer was not a leader type. He was lackluster. You know, he'd stand in with his dimples and smile, and you're supposed to take this guy seriously? Come on. He was lackluster, but they gave it to him anyways. Bernier tried to stay, but he could not, stating that the party was no longer truly conservative. And so he left, and he started his own party. Now, as I said, I've never been a member of any party, but I am a conservative person. And the Cons lost me at that point. I lost respect for these people as a party, as an organization, and I said, I'm not going to vote for these clowns anymore. And so I've voted for Bernier's party ever since. Now Pierre is the leader, but his spark is gone. That snappy, sharp, witty guy is no more. He ran a boring campaign against a boring Liberal leader who was a parachute candidate, no less. He hasn't even lived in the country for at least the last decade. He was a central banker and a globalist World Economic Forum member. And he lost to that. Now, as far as I'm concerned, Pierre torpedoed his own party when he didn't step up at his first opportunity to lead it. Had he run in that leadership race at that time, he would have handily won it. And Bernier would probably still be in the party, and the question of splitting the vote wouldn't even be an issue for anybody today. And now, his Conservative Party loses to the Liberals with a globalist leader. He loses his own seat, and he still expects to lead the party going forward? Pardon me? Going forward where and how? And the Conservatives are okay with this? I tell you, Canada is a nut house on all sides. It's going down the toilet. Canada's finished. It's over. And if there is not a separation vote in Alberta and Saskatchewan, then they deserve what they get to. I honestly can't believe the state of things. It's truly just bizarre. If Canada decides to stick together somehow, it will not make it to the next century. There's just no way. And if that's the direction this thing goes, then for me, well, I'm getting the HE double hockey sticks out of here. If Canadians think voting Liberal yet again, just because the front man is different, while all of those standing behind him remain the same, then that's a special kind of stupid, and I'll have no part in that. Never, ever did I think that I would want or have to leave my own country. Yet here's the reality of it. Just simply astounding. Wow. It's crazy. The libs will continue to take away all remaining freedoms, tax the daylights out of everyone, bring you to homelessness, put you on UBI, confiscate your property as they don't believe in property rights, jail those who dissent and freeze their assets. And if you're sick or you don't like what's going on or they don't like you, well, then there's always MAID. You know, they can get rid of you that way. And then they'll flood the place with untold numbers of migrants, especially into Alberta and Saskatchewan, to make sure that they never have the numbers enough in a vote to leave this lousy confederation. Some want to be optimistic about this and say, hey, it's still worth fighting for. What exactly is it that remains that's worth fighting for? When the Liberals and the NDP have the power to carry on and finish the destruction that Trudeau couldn't quite finish himself, when they have the balance of power between them, what can you do? What power do you think you had to stop it? What, to play opposition in the House while watching it burn? And give your head a shake. Look, I'm optimistic. I'm an optimist. And there's optimism, but then there's realism. Thanks for watching. And I don't know what else to say. This thing called Canada, it's finished, man. Like, there's nothing left here. This is not the country that I grew up in. Not at all, not even close. And I don't know what people think they're trying to save here. So, anyway, I've ranted enough. Thanks for listening. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And see you again next time. Bye.